for our Friday installment of our Fishman Takeover. I'm sporting my delightful signature Reverend guitar, which has, doggone it, my Fishman Fluence pickups on board. That's simple. My Fishman Fluence pickups are on doggone board. And they're powerful. And they rock, they roll. I don't want to hear myself speak at this particular juncture in time. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear any sounds from you, phone. Sometimes it's just hard. You just want your phone to shut up. You just want to say, hey, phone, can you shut up? Folks, I hope you're doing well out there on a Friday. I'm having cup 174 of coffee today, and I got to tell you, that's a sweet spot. When you're into number 174, damn it, life is rose-colored through my spectacles. Colors of rose variety. Folks, we've done a little something different in our setup here. I put a 57 in front of it as my amplifier, as well as the M Audio microphone. It just adds a little something, something. What are we playing today, Martin? That's a good question. Ah, James Welch. You beautiful beast, he says to me. You're just trying to charm me. Beautiful beast. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon here today behind the cheddar curtain. Patrick McManus in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes I just want to feel the power of rock. You went away and left me long time ago, and now you're knocking on my door. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. I hear you knocking, go back where you've been. I begged you not to go, but you said goodbye. Telling me all your life. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. I hear you knocking, go back where you've been. That you were better, sniff some glue. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. I hear you knocking, go back where you've been. knocking, but here's the thing. Go back where you've been. Doggone it. You can't come in. That's right. So this is for those of you who don't know, my signature Reverend guitar with Fishman Fluence gristle tone pickups. Doggone it, they sound good. You can buy them separately, put them in your guitar, and feel a sense of renewed power and strength in the universe. Or you can just get the Reverend guitar with them already on it. It's up to you. I'm not telling you what to do or how to do it, but I am making some delicious menu items aware for you to say, hey, guys, I'll have that one with a side order of gristle. Or some molten suet, as we discussed in a broadcast earlier, I believe this week or perhaps last week. There was suet involved. I remember that quite specific. Am I right or am I right? Let's do something. What else could we do? Oh, well, that's more of a humbucker song, isn't it? Well, as long as we're in the... I don't know. Let's see what we can do. Can we hear some Led Zeppelin? Wow. If we do, it's going to be instrumental because I ain't doing Bob Plant. I need some vice grips on my cravats in order to be able to hit those notes. Wow! Push, 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 push. Am I right or am I right, Dylan, on that? I don't know anymore. I don't know if I'm right about anything. Tonus Diabolicus, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I am using the MXR Carbon Copy analog delay now with one repeat. So you can go. Right? It's good for chordal stuff. I'm going to do my haunting chords of doom. Right? Sinister Minister. Anyways, yeah, one repeat. If only I had a doggone bow, I can go. Anyways, that little riff. Do that with the volume, sir. What's your favorite chord of doom, and can you use it in a progression? Asks Steve. Well, there's a lot of different chords I like to use that are mysterious. A mysterious chord. That's one of them right there, that one. So if I'm in the key of B ski, here, I'll do it in the key of A so you can get to the Lord. That is a 11. So this is the flat 8 7. This is the 3rd. That's the 11th. This is the 9th on top. Or then I can go like this, which is the 13th. There's a half step between those top two notes. Gives it a nice little. And I like going to that. I got an old tune of mine that has that in it. D9. I'm chipping from head to toe. The heat's off in the living room. The bedroom door is tightly closed. Another boy's night out got carried away. Now the sun's coming up and I'm stumbling through the doorway. What's the matter, baby? You know I'll never do you wrong. What's the matter, baby? You'll never wake up to find me long gone. She said, I ain't got problems, I got you. All those changes you're putting me through. I don't mind bending, but I'm about to break. Let's clean up your ride for both of our sakes. Both of our sakes. I'm getting gut water painting the town. Now motels to do when there's one horse town. It seemed to just up to pay the rent. I'm trying to carve a niche and not making a dent. What's the matter, baby? You know I'll never do you wrong. What's the matter, baby? Never wake up to find me long gone. She said, I ain't got problems, I got you. changes you're putting me through. Out of my bending, but I'm about to break. Best clean up your rags before it's too late. Yeah, before it's too late. Shwagga-doo-bagga-doo-doo. Ain't got problems, I got you. That's from that first Tone Controls record we put out so many years ago. I ain't got problems, I got you. That song's about drinking. First Tone Controls record. First Tone Controls record. There's a nice, there's actually a nice little live version of it on the YouTubes. I did that with the original lineup of the Tone Controls. We got together for some reunion shows a little while back. I did a version of that song that actually turned out halfway decent. Sometimes when people snap stuff when you're playing, it ends up on the interviews. You're never quite sure if it's good or poopy. And you have no choice in the matter. It's just out there. Like to put it on the wall, like a big slab of. And it is what it is. But that one turned out all right all there one time. Please tell Ann Donalds to let me buy the Greg amp, please. Listen, Ann, for the love of Pete, for the love of Chris needs that amplifier. You know why? Because sometimes in the course of human events, an individual needs to plug into a tone console that will part the seas and make the sun shine and the bees buzz and the trees grow and the meat grissolate and marble. And that's what we need in this world at this juncture in time. So please, let Christopher purchase that amplifier so that he can regale your home with dulcet tones that will provide all the aforementioned attributes. Whoa! Not bad, Drade, if I may speak to myself in third person. I'm going to tell you a little bit about coffee, ladies and gentlemen. It is a treat. It is a beverage that just keeps on coming, and it says, you know what, no matter what's happening in your day, it's about to get a whole lot better with just a smoldering carafe of a delicious bean-imbued beverage of doom. Bean-imbued beverage of doom. Coffee talk. You're right, Spider. It is indeed. Oh, can't get that from here. That's another little jam from back in the day. Late at night, I hear that southbound train. It's begging me to leave it all behind. You know the northern lights, they never shined on me. Oh, shucks. I got cut to bits by the daily grind. Well, I keep on digging myself in the hole. Well, I keep on digging. Lord knows it's dark and it's cold. I keep on digging. I'm gonna dig my way to China before I can reach for the stars. 'Cause you just can't get there from here. 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 Well, I like to say goodbye to the cold wind. I like to say goodbye to the cold night. I like to say goodbye to the cold harbor bone. I'm so tired of losing the good fight, the good fight. Well, I keep on digging myself in the hole. Well, I keep on digging. Lord knows it's dark and it's cold. I keep on digging. I swear I'm gonna dig my way to China before I can reach for the stars. Why? You just can't get there from here. 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 Well, you could walk or you could run, all right. But from you, Lord, you just can't hide. You could wish upon your lucky stone, but no matter where you go, there you are. Well, I keep on digging myself in a hole. Well, I keep on digging. Lord knows it's dark and it's cold. I keep on digging. I'm gonna dig my way to China before I can reach for the stars. You just can't get there from here. 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 Lord knows you just can't get there from here. You know what? You just can't get there from here. That's all there is to it. That was actually a phrase I learned, but there's a club in town that's now closing, I believe, on the 27th. Day after tomorrow is the last day that the club in town, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, called the Up and Under Pub, a place where it was a blues bar for many, 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 many years. I think I first engaged in musical activities there when I was 18 years old, somewhere in that neck of the wood. Played there countless times with a variety of individuals. And on their matchbook, it said Up and Under Pub, and then you open up the matchbook and it said, you can't get there from here. That's where I took that line from that song. I got it from that matchbook of that place. And yeah, it's a sad thing that it's closing, but what are you gonna do? Strange times. Strange times. Strange times. Strange times. Spider says, then this would sound good at the Saxon pub. Yeah, we got to get back down there in Texas. I'm fixing to get back down there in Texas as soon as this lunacy mitigates somewhat. The lunacy mitigates. The lunacy mitigates. Da-da-doodle. Because we like to bring the light. That's what our job is, Dylan. We're bringers of the light. We like to make sure that we raise the tone of whatever sitch we find ourselves in. Plenty of other people trying to bring you down. We're trying to bring you up. Trying to light it up. Is that wrong? I don't think so. If it's wrong, I don't want to be right. But better to do. You should make a replica of the Orange Room and do a tour with it, just you and Dylan, when this is all over. Woo! Yes, perhaps indeed. All right, so again, this particular guitar, just for those who are tuning in and wondering, what the hell's going on here? These Fishman pickups and this here guitar are my design, or well, not my design, but I work with Fishman on developing this signature set of pickups called the Fishman Fluence Gristle Tone pickups for Telecaster, and then I worked with Reverend to come up with a signature guitar, and that signature set is available in this guitar. You can buy the pickups by their lonesome and put them in whatever guitar you have, and or you can. What the hell's that sound? I'm hearing strange sounds emanating. Greg, do you sell your books in the UK? I had to order Operation Pentatonic off eBay. Well, it's a Hal Leonard product, and they're definitely distributed in the UK, but you can get them from my website. We will send them all over the world, although the shipping might be a little prohibitive. What the hell's that sound? It sounds like someone's ripping one. Maybe one of my tubes is saying, you know what? We've had it with you. We've had it with you, Trade. I'm going to grab this here. Does Dylan sing? He should sing, but he does not. I've been telling him for years, you should sing. Oh my God, you hear that? This guitar is in some kind of strange tuning. He doesn't want to sing.
Is this thing on?
Yes, it is. It is, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
You could say something. Sing it. Speak it.
I'm speaking. I'm speaking words.
Speaking words. Can you hear Dylan speak, ladies and gentlemen? Let's hear Dylan talk. Dylan, tell us a story.
I don't sing, but I do sessions.
He do sessions. If you want him to play drums on your recording and you have a couple extra ducats that you'd like to pass along for said service, you can contact Dylan. You can contact Dylan.
My first and last name, every other letter, DKYO, etc. @gmail.com.
Okay. All right.
I'm giving commercials in the middle of the thing. So
I like what you're doing. I'm all for it.
I'm doing random commercials.
I like what you're putting down for the kids. I like what you're doing for the kids. There's nothing wrong with it. Let's do something for the kids. What the hell's going on? You know what? This chord is At long last, this chord is giving up the ghost. Let me just see if I can plug it right in. What happens? This chord is finally gone. After all of these years, this chord has finally said, you know what, Drade? Our time together is through. It said, hey, Drade, our time together is through. Hey, Drade. It said, hey, Drade, our time together is in fact through. Dylan was not heard, apparently. I'm sorry to hear that. Dylan's mic was off. Strange. We'll fix that up next time, friends. We'll fix that up next time. My friend, is it not plugged in? Oh, for what in the name of cry-eye? You know what? It's the vocal mic tool. Put the vocal mic tool. Oh, you know why? You got to unplug that thing in the back, Jack. Of the back of the column. No. Up. That one. That's the one. Oh my God, that just clamped my ears. A good one. Oh no, that's the one I need. Put that back in. Oh my goodness. Put that back into where it was. Don't do it on that side. Do it on the other side. Oh, Jesus. How's that? We back? Yeah. Sorry, don't mess with that. Don't mess with that. Wow. All right, this guitar has the Fishman Fluence Classic humbuckers on board, and I gotta tell you what, they sound damn good. My big black car. Hey, now, baby, get into my big black car. I wanna just show you what my politics are. I'm a political man, and I practice what I preach. I'm a political man, and I practice what I preach. But don't deny me, baby, not while you're in my reach. Well, I support the left, though I'm leaning to the right. I support the left, oh, though I'm leaning to the right. I'm just not fair when it comes down to a fight. Woo. To my big black car. Hey, now, baby, get into my big black car. I wanna just show you what my politics are. little bit of that cream. A little bit of that cream, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we all need someone we can lean on. And if you want it, baby, well, you could lean on me. Well, we all need someone we can lean on. And if you want it, baby, well, you can lean on me. She said my breath, they will always be open. Well, you can rest your weary head right on them. And there will always be a space in my parking lot when you need a little cocaine or sympathy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we all need someone we can dream on. And if you want it, baby, well, you could dream on me. Well, we all need someone we can dream on. And if you want it, well, you could lean on me. Well, I was dreaming of a steel guitar engagement. You struck my hip with Santa Jasmine tea, and you knocked me in my dirty, stinking basement with that jaded, faded, jumpy nurse. Oh, what pleasant company. Oh, well, we all need someone we can bleed on. And if you want it, well, you could bleed on me. Well, we all need someone we can bleed on. If you want it, hey, 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 well, you can bleed on me. Take my arm, take my leg. Oh, mama, won't you take my head? Well, you can bleed all over me. A song about blood and rock. A song about blood and rock. When you got a song about blood and rock. We'll do one more with Dylan because he's got to hit the road. Can you dig it? Thank you, Dylan. Dylan's going to deliver some food on the east side of Milwaukee. So you don't know if you order some food at a particular establishment, then he might show up at your door saying, here's your food. Now give me some cash. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'll give me some food. I'll give you some cash. I'm out of here. Ba-doo-ga-doo-ga-doo-ga-doo-ga-doo. That's the sound of rock music, ladies and gentlemen. It's good for your soul and for your corns. It's important to do battle with both, or to ameliorate any problems with either. I don't know what any of that means. Now is the time at 4:52 Central Time that we opened up for some questions and some feedback out there in the Googles. In the land of the Googles, is your mix coming from the Tascam to a phone? No, Brian, here's what's going down. So the Tascam is working as a delicious interface for us. So from the Tascam, especially very handy when we have the full band streams because we have the channels to do everything with. But you're hearing it go through here into Logic. Logic is speaking to OBS with another program, which I can't remember what it is. And then OBS is where everything is, I don't know if you want to say assembled, the video and the audio. And then it goes to Restream, and Restream blasts it out to Facebook, multiple Facebook pages, and to multiple YouTube pages as well. There you have it. So that's that question. Can you dig it? Will you dig it? Can you show us how to play the intro lick of that last song? Well, yes, I could, as a matter of fact. So I'm basically, I stashed my pick, ladies and gentlemen, in between. Let me put this thing over here a little bit so you can see what the hell I'm doing. I'm going to go like this so you can see my hand. I used to be able to go close-up, but unfortunately my close-up thing is not working right now. For some reason, the computer's being a knob. My vocal mic is just a good old-fashioned SM58, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so I got my first finger on my right hand on the G string, and my thumb is on the A string. I'm kind of going between every other note is that G string note, but I'm playing A chord down. Does that make sense? I throw that in there. Then I'm doing some palm muting, obviously. Then I do this little melody thing where I've got the A string going with the pick, and I use my fingers in the touch. Then it goes to the 4 chord. Can you dig it? And then I kind of throw in that Magic Sam that. Derek asks, hey Greg, are the Gristle Tone pickups in stock at your site now? I don't know if they're, I think Chris might have one set in stock, but if he doesn't, he can definitely get them lickety split. So if you wanted to get them through our site, that would be fantastic, because that would be a little extra loving in the oven, if you know what I'm talking about. And in these certain times, every little bit helps, ladies and gentlemen. Every little bit helps. Mm-hmm. Every little bit helps. Greg, do you know how to play Mean Town Blues by Johnny Winter? Man, I'd love to hear that. Oh, you know what? Phil, I've never actually, if I was in the key of open A, I could probably do a verge of it, although I've never actually sat down and played along with that. But that would be a fun one. That would be a fun one to do. Can you dig it? Meantime, I love me some Johnny Winter. I'm not going to lie to you. That's like Johnny Winter. That's Johnny Winter. When will the Greg Koch Reverend 335 type with Fishman's be out in 2021? Let's work on getting the P91 out. Okay? Let's get the P91 out and see what happens. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? I did end up using this guitar with these very same pickups on a few tracks on the new record. I played slide on it. I actually played Luna Girl on this, and I go with the solo. I go back and forth. I did a bed track with this guitar that I kept the lead on, and then at the very end where the long lead is going, I kept most of this one, but I would offset it with some of the Gristle Master going back and forth. It turned out wicked, if I may be so bold. I used the Gristle Master on a whole bunch of stuff, obviously. Funky Klaus and Allura and things of this nature. And then I used the prototype Gristle Master with the P90s, but still with the Fishman with the Reverend P90s. And of course, when I get my new P90s, I'm going to be skipping around like a damn lamb, which I think is coming very soon, that I'll get a prototype guitar with the prototype pickups in it, and then I can go, yeah. And I'll share them with you, of course, here on our Intergoogles experiences. And but I used that guitar on Daddy Long Legs, and I also used on Nubby, the Hoarder Man, as well. Are the P90s Fishmans? There will be P90s coming along. I just found out that we will be having those things. Should be available first part of 2021. Okay, they're definitely going to be out. And of course, the guitar will be out as well. When you play slide, do you mute the string between the nut and your fretting hand too? Yes, I definitely do. Some people don't do that. I do. So I use my second finger. So if I'm doing some slide-a-rooney, I use my fingers on my right hand to mute. And then I use this finger to mute as well. Just like that. Yeah. Hey, did you check out the Tone City collaboration shoot-up video? I did not. Is it cool? Is it cool? I haven't seen the whole thing yet. I need to watch it. Does Derek Truck fret his sliding? I don't know if he does. I don't do it all that much anymore because I figured out ways to get around it, but it was definitely a huge, I still do it every now and again. Like if I'm doing any kind of like arpeggiated thing, I go every other note or so. So I just can check my tuning. But all those slidey things now, I don't. That's not fretting with the slide. I'm just, you know. Can you dig it? What was that name of that last jam with Dylan? What did we do in the last one? Do you recall? Oh, that last jam is called Boogie Yourself, Drade. And that's on the Koch Marshall Trio record. At the very end of a tune I do called Enter the Rats, which is that's kind of a cool tune too. I haven't played one of them. And when that tune ends, it's kind of a kind of a up shuffly thing. And at the end I go. And then off to the races we go. And then it's boogie time, ladies and gentlemen. It is boogie time. What's on the grill this evening? We're having some brats tonight. I decided to get some brats. Now, I didn't go to my usually favorite place in the Milwaukee area, although we're friends with the Bunzels, and they're fantastic, and we go to Bunzels quite a bit. My favorite place, though, for just an old-fashioned brat are the state champs, actually the world champs every now and again, out at Carl's Country Market in Germantown, Wisconsin. I'll go out there, Menominee Falls, Germantown-ish. I'll go out there and get some brats. Their buns are fantastic as well. But I didn't have a chance to get out there. Just at the grocery store, and good old-fashioned Johnsonville brats were sitting there. I was like, I haven't had a Johnsonville brat in a long-ass time. Tonight's the night. So I got some Johnsonville brats. Charlie Murphy's cooking Johnsonville brats. Does anyone remember that commercial? Old Charlie Murphy. He's cooking some brats, and his neighbor came over. What do you got there, Charlie? I'm cooking some brats. And he's like, oh, that sounds delicious. He goes, don't. He goes, Charlie Murphy's cooking Johnsonville brats. And every boats are coming, bikes, aliens. They all want a damn brat from Charlie. And those commercials are gone now, but they remain ingrained in the noggin. So much so that all these many years later, I was sitting there in the meat department at the Pick and Save, and I saw Johnsonville bratwurst, and I thought, you know what, Charlie Murphy, every now and again, you got to give him a shout out. So tonight's the night, Charlie Murphy. We're grilling up those doggone brats. First, you got to boil them, folks. You boil them in beer, and then you put them on the grill and you brown them, and then you feast. Who's with me on that? Does your 335 and LP have the same pickups? They're slightly different only in the fact that this was the first run of Fishman Fluent's classic humbucker, so it did not have the third voice. So all the Fishman Fluents have two voices. But on these open core pickups, which is just aesthetically a different look, but they're the same pickups, they also have a coil tap on there as well. There you have it. And you dig it. Who doesn't like a good brat? I don't know. Brats are delicious. So if I was to play funk on this beast, I would probably put it in the second position. to change the miking a little bit on the Koch amplifier. Usually we have this. We've been using this condenser microphone from M Audio. I had sitting around the house forever, and we finally used it. But I decided that there was just a little bit of missing in the in the mids, and so I said, let's put a 57 on it as well, because the 57 is just a good old-fashioned guitar mic, kind of standard operating procedure. So we put one of those on as well. So right now you're hearing a combination of the M Audio microphone in conjunction with an SM57. Deja Blue says, I have the Fishman open cores, vintage Gibson or modern JB type tones. Great single coil sound. It is great single coil sound. Yes, they're so versatile, and I dig them. Don't know what it is, but I can't get my 335 sound nice with gin at all. Oh, are you talking about actually using, Tom, are you talking about using some sweet Tanqueray and pouring it on that instrument, seeing what happens? You know what? I had this guitar. I'm going to tell you a little story. About a man named Jed. So I got this guitar a while back. This is actually a 2013 50th anniversary Gibson Memphis 335, right? So I got this guitar, sounded great, all's well and good. Then I ended up getting this Les Paul with the Fishman Fluence classic humbuckers on it, as well as the Strat with the Fishman Fluence pickups on it. And those are my main guitars. I'd bring them up, but I really wanted to play my 335. But every time I'd go between the Les Paul and the Strat, which sounded great, I could grab one or the other, not have to mess with my amp. Every time I grabbed my 335 with the standard pickups on it, it sounded like there was a wet cloth over the speakers. I'd been so spoiled by the Fluence. I'd been spoiled by the Fluence. So in order to make it usable to me, I had to get the Fluence on board. Now, it took a little doing. I'm not going to lie to you, Tom. It took a little doing because usually the pickups are installed in the back. There's no back on these. So they had to fish it, see what I did there, through the F-holes, and the actual power, so you plug them in right there. I don't know if you can see that, y'all, but there is something underneath the pickguard that allows me to plug in the mini USB charger there and charge up the pickups. About an hour and a half charge, you get 300 hours of plugged-in playing time. In exchange for that, you get this glorious tone. You get multiple voices for each pickup. And each pickup, the pickup sound, the neck pickup and bridge pickup are like the ultimate versions of those pickups. A lot of times you get a guitar 335, it's like, boy, that neck pickup sounds great, but the bridge pickup isn't quite the thing. And then you do battle to try to make them work out, but some people are like, well, I'm more of a neck pickup guy. I'm a 335. So anyway. Both the bridge and the neck pickup sound glorious. Charlie Sylvester asks the following. Oh, you meant gain. Okay, Tom. Is it feeding back on you? I would say if you're up for it. I love these pickups. Put it in the 335, and now this is the 335 from Mordor. I could put it on the neck pickup. It sounds thick and juicy, but yet there's definition. Go to that bridge pickup, and it's time to get your doggone cream ready to rock. Am I right or am I right? Can you show all the tonal possibilities with the Gristle King pedal? I will do that one of these days. I don't have the Gristle King plugged in right now, but one of these times I will have it. There you go. Yeah, sometimes that happens, Tom. Sometimes that happens with regular pickups on a 335. You know what? It's just sometimes you can mess around with the pickup heights a little bit, but depends on the guitar. But I have found that for me personally, it's been fun playing this instrument again because I got these doggone Fishmans in it. I got the doggone Fishmans in it. What is my dream rig? Getting back to Charlie. Well, what's great is I've kind of designed my dream rig with Koch amplifiers. I mean, I literally go to most gigs with just a chord and my signature guitar and that amplifier, and away we go. On the other end of it, if I have to travel someplace and I don't know what kind of amp I'm using, I grab my Gristle King pedal, and I know that I've got a clean boost and an overdrive on there that destroys. So I can plug into I can plug into a Twin, I can plug into a Super Reverb, I've plugged into Orange half stack, I can do whatever, and it's gonna sound damn good. You know, back in the day, I'm not gonna lie to you, would it be fun to play stadiums and plug into old vintage Marshalls and dime them? Of course, that would be magnificent. But unfortunately, that's not the reality at this particular juncture in time. What year is the Lester, asks Peter. This Lester was I probably procured this in 2014 maybe. It is a Gibson Custom Shop, Wildwood Spec, featherweight 57 in the color of sweet cherry. Will the little heat pedal sound good through non-valve amps? Yes, I'm going to say yes on that. Should sound good. Will it sound as good? Well, that remains to be investigated. Probably not, but it will sound good. Any tips you could give on playing fast but staying in the pocket? Well, I would say only play as fast as you can that stays in the pocket. So, in other words, it's a good idea to, if you have certain licks that you want to do, and right now you're only capable of playing them at a certain speed, I would say play along with a jam track or even a metronome. A lot of times what I do is I'll put the metronome on and then I'll make a loop on my looper pedal. And then I will play along with that at a tempo, and I'll try different licks, and I'll be like, no, I can't, that's not grooving. And then I'll take it down at a tempo where I can do it so that it grooves. And then once you have it down error-free, then you can gradually start speeding it up. So I would say take it at a tempo that you know grooves, and then gradually add a little bit of that speed for the kids. And then when you do it, people will go, ooh, I like that. I feel the groove, and yet my brain has been split in half by the fire of those licks. Not that you want to inflict any kind of cranial damage literally on your crowds, but theoretically or spiritually, it's probably good to give them a good cranial whacking every now and again. Am I right or am I right? I don't know. My pleasure. I don't remember that, Brian. I don't remember that particular rendition. I'm late to the party on the Gary Moore thing. I didn't even know about him until years after. Hey, Gary Moore. I'm like, Gary, what? Who? What? The only thing I knew about was the boys are back in town, the boys are back, from Thin Lizzy. Because I was just into, Cream and Hendrix and, early Fleetwood Mac and ZZ Top and, and then I got into all the old blues guys, and then I became obsessed with B.B. King and Albert King and Freddie King and T-Bone Walker and Earl Hooker and, you name it. And I was late to the party. So Roy Buchanan, and all. So it wasn't until much later when people were like, you got to check out Gary Moore. And I was checking out. Like, oh, hey, wait a minute. What? But by then I'd already been so into my own thing that it didn't quite have the same impact as it would have if I would have heard him when I was much younger. Does that make sense? Can you dig it? Henry asks, Marshall stacks give Jimmy extra sonic palette. Well, I will tell you this. Jimmy's tone, especially in, once he got the Univibe rolling, well, actually from 69, all of 69, his tone was so good. His tone was great earlier on, but I mean, his live tone, his cleans were just so delightful, and then he'd turn up the guitar, and you had just had the Marshalls would overdrive in just the perfect way, and then he'd add the pedal on top of that, the fuzz, and it just, so I'm going to say that he was running through those 300-watt stacks, and I got to tell you what, and I think they had JBLs in them as well. Can you imagine the volume? Oh my God, it must have just been piercing beyond belief. But doggone it, on tape, it sounds great, and you can hear those bootlegs of him playing. It just, man, that tone was glorious. And the mighty Dwayne Allman, he was another fan of the D series JBLs, and then he would open up the cabinets so the sound would swirl around a little bit. But he used 50 watt. He liked those super bass 50 watt heads, whereas Hendrix was 100 watter, 100 wattsman. Blizzard of Nails, perhaps, but gosh, it sounded. But probably not. It just sounded so good back in the day. Oh, well, thank you very much, Tommy. I appreciate that. Listen, friends, I got to hit the road. Thanks so much for spending some time with us today on the Fishman Takeover. Have a great weekend. We're not doing the live stream of the band with this weekend because we do it every other week. So be back on Monday with our live stream here for Fishman, 4 o'clock Central Time. And then, of course, that's Mondays and Fridays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do my Wildwood live stream. It's a little different. Usually we try to have a different guitar. And then I play those at 3 p.m. Central Time. And don't forget, folks, about the, please subscribe to not only Fishman's YouTube page, but also my YouTube page. I'm trying to add new content to that and get something going. I've all these years got all these videos with a gajillion views, and they're all on other people's page. So I'm trying to get my own page happening. I'm a little late to the party. So please subscribe, click subscribe, and share and hit the bell. These are all the things that YouTubers are supposed to say. But also check out the podcast that I've been doing, which Fishman and Wildwood are co-sponsoring. Just me having impromptu chats with, I think Mateus Asado was the latest one. There's Steve Lukather, Deke Dickerson, Rick Vito, to Joe Satriani, doing with Kirk Fletcher, doing with Josh Smith. Just did one with Eric Gales. That should be up sometime in the next century. Robbie McIntosh, great English guitar player. Played with the Pretenders and Paul McCartney and so many different people. I just love the way he plays guitar, doggone it. So check those out. Click and subscribe on that as well. Be a member of the Chewing the Gristle podcast community. Can you dig it? All right. Thank you so much, folks. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Have a good one. Bye for now.